2882, email address lrushbo@eibnet.com. Look, this Sandra Fluke stuff and the free contraceptives, if all of it is a little esoteric, and I hope it's not. I mean, I think we've made this abundantly clear what's going on, but the simplest way to understand this, it's just a new welfare program. And welfare is a bad word, and they can't use it, they can't sell it, so now it's disguised, welfare disguised as women's health or women's reproductive rights, but it's just another welfare program. That's all this is. Here we have a woman, Sandra Fluke, materialized out of nowhere, it seems, to testify before a committee to talk about the Republicans denying women their contraceptives. It's all fake, ginned up, trumped up, and phony. But I finally asked myself, why go to a Catholic college? You want to have all the sex you want all day long, no consequences, no responsibility for your behavior. Why go to a Catholic college? And therein lies the answer to all of this. Washington Post. Fluke came to Georgetown University interested in contraceptive coverage. Now stop and think of that for a moment. Here you have a female student arriving on campus interested in contraceptive coverage. When you are reviewing schools for your kids to attend, do you look around at contraception coverage? Well, Fluke told the Washington Post that she did. The Washington Post reports that Fluke researched the Jesuit college's health plans for students before enrolling, and she found that birth control was not included, and she enrolled anyway. Why? Quote, Fluke, I decided I was absolutely not willing to compromise the quality of my education in exchange for my health care. In other words, Georgetown's a great law school. I'm going to go there. Even if they don't have contraception, I'm going to go there. I'm going to make them give me my contraception. So why did she have to go to Georgetown? Why didn't she go someplace else instead of trying to get them to change their religion? If you ask me, this is part of the coordinated assault on the Catholic Church. And this little bomb is like a hand grenade, the timer that has just been waiting for the right political moment to be exploded. You must understand, none of this just happened. None of this evolved naturally. This is a Democrat plot waiting to be hatched to create a new welfare program and at the same time try to cast Republicans in an election year as anti-female. Fluke is a typical liberal. Now, this ginned-up birth control crisis just shows there's literally nothing the Democrats will not use to try for political gain and to advance their agenda. They're the ones who have no respect for women or for human life or for anything. This woman is being used. You realize at the end of the day what's happening here? The Democrats are putting on parade a woman who is happily presenting herself as an immoral, baseless, no purpose to her life woman. She wants all the sex in the world, whenever she wants it, all the time, no consequences, no responsibility for her behavior. That is what the Democrats consider a great example of citizenship. An oppressed victim of something. But she's a typical liberal. She stands on her head and says the rest of the world is upside down. She went to Georgetown University knowing their views and demands they change their religion for her. This has never been about birth control. It's about political control and creating a new welfare program. Fluke spent the past 3 years lobbying the administration to change its policy on the issue. The Georgetown University. She spent the last... So, she is a reproductive rights activist. That's how she is being portrayed. You know what I would ask her? Ms. Fluke, could you explain to me, since you are in law school, what is the legal definition of a reproductive rights activist so I can understand the foundation of your testimony and your arguments? What intellectual criteria do we use to determine your expertise in being a reproductive rights activist? What classes did you take? At what school? What have you written on the subject? What lab or field experience do you have which qualifies you as a credible reproductive rights witness in this hearing? Why are you even here, is what I would ask her if I were a Republican on a committee. Georgetown's a pretty expensive school. I don't buy your argument that it's unaffordable. Have you ever heard of the term budget? Have you ever heard of aspirin? Have you ever heard of saying no? You can't afford it, you don't buy it. You can't afford it, you don't do it. But it's asinine to tell us this is unaffordable. And then I would ask her if she thought Hugh Hefner would be a reproductive rights activist. Well, he's got Elliot Spitzer. Is Elliot Spitzer a reproductive rights activist? Bill Clinton. How do you become one? Listen to this soundbite. Grab number 30. This morning in Washington on Capitol Hill, there was a hearing of the Health Subcommittee of the House Energy and Commerce Committee. And the Secretary of Health and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius, testified. And Tim Murphy, a Republican from Pennsylvania, had this exchange with the Secretary of Health and Human Services.
I just want to get this on the record, Mr. Chairman. So you're saying by not having babies born, we're going to save money in health care?
Providing contraception as a critical preventive health benefit for women and for their children reduces health.
Not having babies born is a critical benefit. This is absolutely amazing to me. I yield back.
Family planning is a critical health benefit for women.
You said avoiding pregnancy.
Avoiding pregnancy. They're portraying it once again, pregnancy as a disease. Not having babies born is a critical benefit for healthcare. Fewer babies, less cost. Fewer babies, less expense. This is all part, this hearing today is all part of this scam to create a new welfare program. But we've been here before. Remember this from Nancy Pelosi.
Most Americans don't realize that kids are a real drag on the economy. And that's why Nancy Pelosi, as part of the Obama stimulus package, is releasing her new DVD, Don't Do It, with helpful advice from Nancy about contraception for young adults.
After you have applied the glue and the staples, take the condom and apply it to the cucumber gently like this.
Oh, let's just hold hands.
Okay.
As part of the recovery package, the Don't Do It DVD will be required viewing in fertility clinics nationwide.
Motherhood is a wonderful thing, but are you sure you want to bring another child into this world during a recession? What's its carbon footprint? Remember, if your child eats, somewhere another child goes hungry.
When Nancy's Don't Do It DVD is broadcast nightly across the country, it'll be guaranteed to give everyone a headache and couples more cash to stimulate the economy.
Oh no, she's pole dancing again. Let's just go to the mall.
Okay.
So if you're in the mood, try Nancy Pelosi's Don't Do It DVD, the most effective contraceptive ever.